Hello there, welcome to another episode of The Gloria Effect. It's always a pleasure to be here with you. Today we'll be diving into an incredible topic: ego. Is it a friend or a foe? Because this is a voice that pushes us a lot of times. It encourages us and sometimes it destroys us. So today we'll be looking at the upsides and the downsides of ego. I have a returning guest because after I spoke with her for the first time, I had no choice but to bring her back to the studio to talk. Nana Lagwampa, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm so delighted to have you again.
Happy to be part of this again.
Yeah. I got a lot of feedback, a lot of thumbs up from our previous video, and I really just had to bring you back to talk about this again.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be here.
So we're talking about ego, whether it can be a friend or an enemy. And generally, when you hear the word ego, what instantly comes to mind?
The word ego is a very big word, but when we look at it these days, once you hear that word ego, first thing that comes to your mind, you say it's pride.
Yeah.
You say it's pride, but ego is actually not pride. Understand? Ego is actually not pride. It's how you display your ego and how you showcase your ego that pride comes in. So a lot of us see it like that. But when I got this your topic, it gives me a very deep thinking, and I had to weigh the two. And I said yes, we really need to understand the difference between ego and pride. Then we now know when pride comes in, when our ego is playing.
So, from your own understanding, do you believe that ego is naturally bad?
Ego is not bad. It's how you showcase it, how you display your ego, which will now result to people seeing you as if you're too proud of yourself. Will result to showcasing that pride of a thing. You understand? So ego can possibly be positive and it can possibly be negative, but the way you showcase it is how you make people to rate it. So ego is not bad
On its own.
on its own. No, it's not. Because ego makes you to feel who you are, one, showcase yourself, it gives you that confidence to present yourself wherever you find yourself. That boldness in you will come out. Because sometimes in life, if you don't have that ego, you can just be underrated. People will just underrate you. But with that ego, you have the charisma to carry yourself and display and enter places that even you yourself will be like, wow. So I can actually walk into this place and feel so comfortable and feel normal. You understand? So ego helps. In fact, we need it. You need it. We need it because it will help you boost your confidence in life, boost you in life, your relationship with people, your colleagues, your family, your neighbors. It will give you that opportunity.
Absolutely. So, how does ego show up in our everyday life?
Our relationship with people, I would say, our ego shows up. One, your family, your place of work, how you relate with your colleagues in the office, how you relate with your boss in the office, shows how your colleague and your office will, your colleague and your boss will rate you. In your neighborhood, the way you relate with your neighbors, they tend to look at you, how they can please do. I would just say, this person is so proud of himself, or this person is too full of himself, or this person is so pompous. That is when you exhibit the ego in a very, very negative way. And there's one thing I want us to know. Most of us, our ego, we don't even know that our ego, the way we display it, actually showcase that pride of it in us. That is where it makes everybody know. People don't understand it very well. Your ego, the way you showcase your ego, will not make somebody to say, this person, this woman, she's too full of herself, because you're so arrogant in doing things, you're so proud of yourself, and maybe you're just doing it. Maybe that is you. You understand? This topic is just, I really don't, just need to.
I'm smiling about this because I'm somebody who, a few times, people have misunderstood me to be prideful. And though I'm not trying to excuse it, but because I am not this kind of hyper attentive person, I don't pay much attention. So I can walk past you without noticing you. So a lot of times people have looked at it as being prideful. She doesn't like to greet people and the rest of that.
She's too full of herself.
Yes. But I understand the point from
and that's what I'm saying. You don't even know.
I don't know, honestly.
So let's say ego is being rated by how people see you.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
How people see you will now rate either your ego is extravagant, which will now result to she's a pride. She's so proud of herself. You understand? So generally, let's just know how to relate, how to display, to showcase it.
So now, how do we differentiate between a proper sense of ego and an inflated one?
An inflated ego is probably basically pride. Yes, because you're already so full of yourself, you're so boastful of yourself. So you've inflated that ego to be something else, which is also pride. You understand? Then the healthy one is that ego that makes you present yourself, gives you the value among people, how people see you, how people will give your self-esteem, that you can actually stand and you will recognize, not without pride of the thing, but recognize as this some person is worth presentable in this place. You understand? Because some of us, our ego will make us not to be able to stand and give a speech. You understand? But pride, when you have that pride and you come to an occasion, you understand? Once they notice you, they will not even give you that room to showcase yourself, because they will say, this one will just stand and just be praising herself and making us feel as if she's, you understand? So the healthy one is just have your value, the way you present yourself, the way you take yourself among your community and your environment. That is. But the inflated ego is basically pride, which is the negative side of it.
This is a big one. So, can ego sometimes protect us?
Yes. Yeah. Ego can protect us from so many things, because you can if you're not valued in a place, If you're not valued in a place, then you will be recognized. If you're not valued in a place, you will not be added to give an addition to anything or any contribution. You understand? So, yes, it can protect us because it keeps you in a high place. It gives you a value where you feel you cannot be recognized. Ego will place you there. A positive ego will place you where you will be well recognized and acknowledged when needed.
The word I really take strongly from what you've said is value. Value. And for me, I feel that value does not just drop from heaven. You first of all present yourself in a way that you will be regarded. And truly that's where the whole ego thing comes in. When you are not, unfortunately, one of the ways people like present themselves in a tarnished manner is when it gets to the issue of food.
Okay.
Yes, I've seen many people, like someone that I so much respect is put together, but when there is no self-control,
Yes.
when it gets to food, immediately a lot of people react to that.
Yes.
What is this? What is this? So this is just one example. It can come from any other aspect. Yeah. So, but this is just one example from the many things that can just make people lose respect in the eyes of people. So moving forward, how do we recognize when ego is holding us back rather than helping us?
How do we recognize when ego is holding us back? From the, how will I even put it? People's results, people's outcome about us. We cannot dictate it, but the positive things they say about us, then you get to understand that your ego is actually getting out of hand. Because by the time you start hearing people saying things about you, which I've earlier said, most of us don't know that our ego is actually resulting to that.
Yeah.
But you gave an example that sometimes people see you like, you understand. Then from that, you should be able to pick.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you get your result from the viewers, from your community, from your neighbors, from your family. What they say will now result to note on you that yes, I'm actually over-exaggerating myself or I'm going more than where I'm supposed to be. You have to checkmate it and come back to your own.
A lot of times when there's conflict, you wonder why issues are not being resolved. Now this is where my next question comes from. What role does ego play in conflict resolution, whether at work, friendship, or relationship?
A positive ego will definitely make you humble in a conflict. That's how I see it. To humble you, to see your fault, to calm you down, to reason if where I'm supposed to come in and say sorry, than allowing my pride or my ego to escalate to I'm right. I'm not at fault, I'm perfect. you're not seeing, you don't want to see where you're wrong, to come down and say, I'm sorry. Because this word ego, by the time you say I'm sorry, it will like your ego you have melted it. You understand? I've melted my ego down for me to say sorry. But it's not like that. You're saying sorry because you have seen where you are at wrong, and you have seen where you needed to apologize, even if it's to a child as a mother, even if it's to a neighbor at work as a superior to your junior in the office. It has nothing to do with I can't say sorry. But the moment you stand on your ground and say, I'm right, I can't come down from that house, so that means pride is coming in and the conflict will keep.
Yeah.
You understand? So that means among the two conflicts, there will be no way to get the peace. So one person needs to just understand that, let that ego just come. Okay, why I'm bringing down my ego because I know I'm at fault. Sometimes, even if you're not at fault, let's even understand that, even if you're not at fault, but to make your ego give you your self-value and your self-esteem, and to recognize that you know what you're doing, and to give you how do I put it, that give you the sense of handling and managing people. You can say sorry.
Yeah.
You can say sorry.
Absolutely. Especially among leaders, a true leader should be able to say sorry to those they are leading. Parents should be able to say sorry to their children. Masters should be able to say sorry to their servants. It doesn't take anything from you. And because we're talking about work, friendship, and relationship, there is a statement that comes from all these agencies. You hear somebody say, they've never had anyone who did as much as I can do. She has never been with a man as good as I am. If I leave him, he cannot get another woman like me. Who told you? God is still in the business of creating masterpieces every single day. And he won't stop. So it's really important, like you said, come down from your high horse. Come down. If there's need to apologize, apologize.
That won't make your ego to limit you for anything.
Yes.
Rather, it adds more value to you, respect, and you don't know how it will speak for you out there.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Something happened years ago when my husband was in a situation in the office. The whole accusations pointed at him. And he stood there and apologized to everyone. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Barely 2 weeks later, the truth of everything came out, and he had totally nothing to do with it. His boss said, why would you apologize for something you didn't do? And my husband said, the work was going to suffer. We were spending hours arguing over who did this and who did that. And because I was the one who was being accused, what was I supposed to do?
Let's move forward.
Let's move forward, please. That's why I
the conflict will keep lingering.
And I tell you, my husband now became like in charge of everything that had to do with the truth. So when you just feel like I'm not all that there.
Yeah.
I'm not the best of everything. Because that's where the problem usually comes from. Have they seen my type before? Have they seen my type?
I'm not there. It won't work.
Yeah. So moving forward, how can we balance ego with humility.
Humility goes hand in hand with ego. It goes hand in hand with ego. But you see, pride, you have to be very careful. Because when you carry your pride, don't rub it on people. You don't rub it on people. When someone is humble, does not mean that he doesn't know what he's doing in this time. So the only thing I can say on this is you don't rub your pride on people. Understand? When you want to exhibit it, just know that the result will always be a negative one. So you have to just know how to make our life move with your ego, and when you move with your ego, the humility in you will showcase. That's just it. Humility comes along with ego. That's just it. By the time you say I'm sorry, and people value you in everything because of that word sorry, just the example you gave us, everything now came back to him. People now start looking at him with respect, and it doesn't change anything.
It doesn't.
The only thing they see is that humbleness again,
Yeah.
and it keeps moving. Keeps moving.
So, our final question: how can we turn ego into a partner for growth?
For growth. How we turn the into a partner for growth. We build it. We build ourselves with it. You build your ego along with it, so that everybody around you will see it and value you. You don't hide it. When you know the truth, when you know how to carry yourself, you do it. And your relationship with people around you, especially your working place, your neighbors, make sure that you showcase yourself with that. And it will now speak for you in your community and in your environment. Ego.
This has been an amazing few minutes of discussion. The topic of ego is not the one that we can just easily wave away, because many relationships have suffered, many communities have broken, many opportunities have been lost because of ego, and in the wrong way. Yeah, in the wrong way. Things that a simple apology would have taken care of escalated and turned into something that cannot be controlled. So it is really, really, really amazing that you gave this topic so much light, and I just hope that someone takes something away from this today. For me, what I'm taking away from today's discussion is the value. Ego gives you your value, how you are viewed. If you insist that your ego should be about how you feel people should perceive you, you're already on the wrong side of ego, which is the pride we talked about. And remember, the Bible says, do not think more highly of yourself than you ought to. Let this guide you today. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy schedule to come and discuss with us.
You're welcome.
I am saying again that I will still invite you.
And one more thing, please. In
Yeah.
summary to this, it's always take assess what people say about you. feedback from people,
Yeah.
because it will determine how you manage your ego. Always access what people say about you. Don't just ignore when you hear somebody say they said you're too proud, you're too full of yourself. This person is. Come back to your closest and view it, checkmate it, and wait. Then you'll be able to see when your ego is escalating or when your ego is running out
Yeah.
of time.
It is actually important that you added that, honestly, because if you find yourself in a position where you say to hell with whatever they
As
say,
they say.
ego has gone the wrong way.
Yes.
That's just the truth. Ego has taken the wrong turn. Thank you once again for coming.
You're welcome.
And thank you for watching. See you on the next episode.